Good day, everyone. So, today I'm going to analyze a novella called A Christmas Carol, which is by Charles Dickens. First, I'm going to analyze the background of the novella and then the summary. The full title is A Christmas Carol in prose, being a ghost story of Christmas. It is a novella which was published in 1843 in London. This literary piece belongs to Victorian period. The genre under which it can be categorized is ghost fable and social commentary. The point of view is a third person omniscient narrator, and the themes are redemption of sins, greed, virtue versus vices, positive spirit, gothic elements, and dark aspects of humankind. Now let us move on to the summary part. It has been 7 years since Jacob Marley has died, the friend and business trading partner of Ebenezer Scrooge. At present, it is Christmas Eve, and Scrooge is in his counting house. His only employee, Bob Cratchit, is shivering from cold and is struggling to keep himself warm as he has been allocated single coal by his miser boss. Fred, Scrooge's nephew, visits him and wishes him Merry Christmas and invited him for a Christmas dinner at his house, which Scrooge declined. Then two gentlemen visit him to collect money for the poor, but Scrooge brushed them away as he believed that poor people should be kept in workhouses. When Scrooge arrives home, he is visited by a series of spirits. His doorknob takes the shape of Marley's face. Scrooge was in disbelief and refused to accept what he saw. Runs upstairs to his bedroom. This time he is visited by the actual ghost of Marley, who is in heavy, clanking chain. The ghost tells Scrooge that he has been roaming around the earth in order to undo the wrong deeds he has committed in his life when he was alive. He explains that Scrooge's afterlife is bound to be doomed. He can avoid this horrible fate if he changes himself for the better. Marley informs Scrooge that he will be visited by the apparitions on 3 nights. The ghost of Marley disappears and Scrooge falls asleep. When Scrooge wakes up, he is visited by the first spirit, the ghost of Christmas past. Scrooge flies with the ghost through the window and they pass over the scenes of Scrooge's youthful life. They observe his own lonely and sad days in boarding school. Then he views the scenes of his marriage engagement. Not all his memories are sad. He remembers the time with joy which he spent with his sister Fan and the holiday parties which were thrown by his boss, Mr. Fezziwig. The spirit disappears and Scrooge again falls asleep. Next time Scrooge wakes up, a warm light enters his room, and a ghost of Christmas present appears. The spirit takes Scrooge along with him through the town. Scrooge, in invisible form, visits Bob Cratchit's house, whose hardworking and huge family are joyfully preparing for the Christmas Eve. Cratchit tells his wife about the crippled son, Tiny Tim, that he is in better health now. The spirit tells Scrooge that poor lad might not live long, which makes Scrooge emotional. Then they visit Fred's house, and Scrooge watches them happily playing and singing. Scrooge too starts enjoying the moment, but the ghost time is running out. On the third night, the final spirit in black cloak visits him. Scrooge is frightened by the ghost look, but is keen to learn the lessons from the spirit. Scrooge is taken to the town where the death of a well-known businessman is being talked about. Scrooge is transported to the dark room, where he witnesses a corpse covered with the cloth. He wishes to see some tears and sympathy for the dead trader, but all Scrooge can see is a family who is at last relieved, as now they are free from the dead trap of death. At the same time, the family members are in grief as Tiny Tim is no longer alive. Scrooge pleads the ghost to reverse the time and to give him an opportunity to undo his wrong deeds, but the ghost disappears and Scrooge is left alone in tears. When Scrooge wakes up, he realizes that it was a dream. He is happy that he has one more chance to change the future. After discovering that it is a Christmas morning, he sends a turkey as a present to Bob Cratchit's house. He wishes Merry Christmas to each one he meets on the street, visits his nephew's house, and celebrates the Christmas day. He raises the pay of Bob Cratchit, and over the following years, he ensures the well being of Tiny Tim. The story ends with the declaration that Scrooge lived the remaining of his life better what than he said, thus becoming a better master, friend, and a human. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.